What's going on, guys? Zeke the Geek here, back with another video. This is a little side project. I got this bike from a friend. It's like an old Razor electric, I don't know, dirt bike almost. I don't know, you can buy them at Walmart, I think. But basically the batteries were just dead. They didn't hold any charge anymore. There was 3 batteries, 1, 2, 3. But I'm not trying to make this a battery conversion. What I'm trying to do is, if you watch my video of the garage sale, you saw that chainsaw in the end of the video, and I got that thing for about $2, and I was trying to rebuild it, see what the problem was, and I realized the problem was the fuel line, but I realized that after I took everything apart and I didn't know how to put it back together. So I harvested the engine. I think it's 50 cc's, it's nice, it works. Rebuilt the gaskets, buying some new bolts, stuff like that. Adding my exhaust, my own straight pipe. Basically, this is gonna go on here somehow. We're gonna figure it out. A quick project, hopefully, maybe 1 or 2 videos out of this. So, see you there. All right. It's been a day, and I'm still working on this. Here's what we did. All right. We cut off all the side parts of this, all the side parts. I think it looks better. We cut off this middle thing. If you remember, there's like a little plate here that held a battery. We cut that off. But the main thing we did is, so we're trying to get chain alignment. And if you see this is a sprocket and it's right on this side. But if you can see, I've welded a bend bar, because I want to put the motor on that plate, and in order to do that I need chain alignment, obviously, because the sprocket, imagine this, the centrifugal clutch is a sprocket. We're just going to put that there. In order for chain alignment, we're going to need that straight with this spring tensioner, and with that bent out of the way, it opens that up. Because before, you can see, even this is where the bar was, that is right in line where the chain would be, if that makes any sense. So basically, from this quad, the Kawasaki frame, I had the handlebars, and basically I cut off right here, and then right there, obviously, and that's what I used. But something I did learn is on this back wheel, something really cool is behind this sprocket that holds the really tiny chain. Here's the chain. Really tiny, you know. Behind this sprocket, which is a really big sprocket. Dude, look at that. I figured this out. It's a 25 tooth sprocket, and it works perfect. You know, it spins this way, which is like when you're backing up, stuff like that. But this way will pull towards the engine. It works perfect. The next thing I need to do is mount the engine. All right, this is the next problem. So if you see, it's on that plate right now. Just kind of balanced there with the studs. And I was gonna drill a hole through this plate and then thread a bolt on the other side. If you can see, there's a bar right there, and I can't drill through that, or at least I don't want to, because of structural integrity and because these bolts aren't long enough to do that. So my fix is, when I cut off this part, this top battery mount, I got this bar left over, and so basically what I'm gonna do is make a engine mount with this. So that's gonna go like that. I'm gonna weld like an inch of bar to go down. Let me explain this by showing you. So I already have it sanded out where it's gonna go, right there. This is gonna be like it's suspended about 1 inch in the air. Obviously I'm gonna finish cutting this. I ran out of time yesterday. Suspend this in the air by 1 inch, and then the engine is gonna fit on this perfectly. Because if you look, these studs are perfectly spaced for that. Look at that. And I'm gonna make my own bracket to fit both the bolts. Lock nut washers too. So that's where I'm at. Just finished cutting. I stripped all the paint off this. Very shiny, because I do want to repaint this whole frame and the plastics. I just want to come up with a good color scheme. But so basically, let's dry fit this. That goes there. That goes there. That's like that. And this is on top. Perfect. That's how I want it. Fills up the frame too. So if you look, right here is the crankshaft. Right behind this is the crankshaft. That's just closing it in. So the interesting thing is, obviously that's not gonna be the best because we're swaying back and forth. So kind of my idea was maybe cut in like a circle in here to fit that, but it might get rid of the structural integrity. I don't know, but like what I could do is do that, cut that, measure it how I like it right in the middle, and then take like one of these, something like that, bend it in and weld it in. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Realized I need to add the pole start to this engine. I'm kind of unlucky because most chainsaws, the pole start is attached directly to the motor, but this one, it was attached to the case of the chainsaw it was in. So I'm gonna have to do something. And the best idea is to attach it to the mount itself, because if I do it to the frame, it might come loose and it might not pull right. And I can't really do anything else. I could do it straight in the engine, but I don't really want to do that either. Mount makes more sense because if I mess up, I can cut it or start over, you know. Again, because this mount is a prototype, although I probably will start using it. So here's my idea. I got this off of this, cut it and sanded it. So this is what I have. This is my idea. So there's a flat side right here. There's an open bolt hole right here and on the other side. So I need to attach it somehow like that. Like the idea I came up with is have a bolt somehow over here that you can put all the way through here and tighten it down. And add some thread locker, because I learned if you tighten this down, I have this on with rubber bands, and I learned if this pole starts tying too far down, the rope won't come back. So I'm just adding some thread lock or maybe even a spring somehow. So with this, I'm gonna weld it right there like this, up, and then add like, oh, it's staying. Add like a little piece, almost like this. I could probably find something better though, and do it like this, where the hole is like that. And so I can put a bolt hole through. It makes no sense. I just gotta make sure there's enough space for this exhaust, etc. What I'm trying to do right now is mount the pole start, because it's not ideal to always drill start this, and it's not even practical to drill start in the first place. But as you can see on the mount, I made these two brackets to hold the pole start. But for some reason, I'm trying to figure out, every time I pull the string, it just stays limp. If it like is hit in a certain way, see, because I pulled it back there, I don't really know. Let me show you that again. So I pull it. Oh, now it's working. Oh, see, now it's stuck. So that's when I try to pull it fast, you know. I don't know, it's just weird. I'm trying to redo the mount, because you can see I would put the bolt right here, when ideally there'd be a bolt I could put through here and on this side too. So what I'm gonna do is just cut this whole bottom bracket off and re-weld a new one that has one on both sides. Or I could just weld a bracket along this, but it's gonna be smarter to just do a whole new one, because you can see I cut that pretty close to the metal there. So I'm just gonna restart that. Alright, it's been a few days. I need to get more flux wire. But now I'm back. I'm gonna finish these welds up. After that, sand it, make sure it's smooth, and then spray paint it black. We got the pull start mounted. Let's mount this onto the bike. I spray painted the frame black, of course. I'll call it like the Darth Vader bike or something like that. Take this off. You can see I didn't hit all of it. I ran out of spray paint, but mostly black. It did bleed over to the silver, I guess. I don't know. A little bit, but it's not a big deal to me. So I welded this for the throttle. Cable goes through onto the engine throttle. It's on the brake lever. You can see as I pull it back. It could be a little better, I'm not gonna lie. But it's temporary because I just want to get this thing started. It has no exhaust pipe right now. I'm going to Home Depot today, buy one. I have some ideas for that, but you don't, with two strokes, you don't want to run no exhaust because what can happen is the cylinder on that side can heat up and cause big scores in the cylinder. So it's just not a good idea. So let me get this thing started for y'all. It sounds pretty good. Man. That's smoky. That's all the oil I put in the cylinder. I'm happy about that though. Oh my god. It's gonna be an attempt at drill starting it. Blowing flames. Yeah, there we go.